You do not need to feel afraid of missing a blessing or losing something meant for you, because meaningful change is not built on fear. It is built on readiness, presence, and action. The truth is that many opportunities arrive only after a person has developed the emotional strength to carry them wisely, and perhaps that is where you are now, standing at the edge of a season that asks you to trust yourself more deeply than before. There may have been a time when you were not prepared for what you wanted, whether emotionally, mentally, or spiritually, but growth has a way of quietly shaping people until they are finally capable of handling what once felt out of reach. That is why this moment can feel significant, not because fate is threatening to disappear forever, but because you are beginning to recognize your own potential more clearly than you once did. Pay attention to the habits, thoughts, and choices that are guiding your life, because transformation often begins in the smallest daily decisions, long before it becomes visible in the larger picture. You are allowed to move forward with hope, without needing fear to motivate you, and you are allowed to believe that good things can arrive through patience, effort, and openness rather than pressure. The strongest foundation for any new chapter is a calm and grounded mindset that stays open to possibility while remaining connected to reality and to your own inner sense of direction and purpose as you continue moving steadily toward the life you want to build. Now listen closely. There are forces, people, energies that did not want this blessing to reach you. They try to delay you, distract you, and silence your calling. But no force in the universe can stop what God has stamped with your name. However, your free will is the final key. That is why you are being given a choice. Now, open your heart and receive, or ignore this moment and lose what was prepared for you. My child, do you feel that trembling inside you? That is not fear. That is recognition. Your soul already knows this message is true. Now stay with me. I am going to reveal exactly why this blessing is $50 million. I am going to reveal who tried to block it. And I am going to reveal what will happen at 12 p.m. Do not move. Do not lose this moment. Your life is being rewritten right now. Say softly inside your heart, I am ready to receive. Good. Heaven heard you. My beloved, now listen carefully, because what I am about to reveal is not something that can be unheard. Your spirit must be steady. Your heart must remain open. There is a reason the blessing is $50 million and not a smaller amount. This number was chosen in heaven, not on earth. It represents completion, restoration, divine wealth, and the reversal of every financial curse placed upon your life. My child, there was a moment in your past where someone spoke against your abundance. It may have been disguised as a joke, or disguised as doubt, or disguised as casual conversation, but their words placed a shadow over your prosperity, and from that moment, every time you received money, something took it away. Every time you tried to rise, something pulled you back. But hear me, the shadow has been broken. Heaven has intervened. The chains that were wrapped around your finances, around your destiny, around your divine inheritance, have been shattered. Not by your strength, but by your endurance. Your heart stayed soft when life tried to harden it. Your soul stayed compassionate when others betrayed you. And this softened heart is the reason heaven has chosen you. You were never meant to live a small life. You were never meant to struggle endlessly. Your purpose is royal, my beloved. You came here with a crown already assigned to your name, but the world forced you into survival. You adapted. You became strong. You learned to endure, but endurance is not your final destiny. Now your time has come to receive. Listen. At exactly 12 p.m., the gates begin to open. This is not symbolic. This is spiritual timing. There is a window where the divine realm aligns with the physical realm, and in that window, what belongs to you begins to move. If you remain present, if your heart stays open, if your spirit says yes. But my beloved, there is something I must warn you about. The same forces that tried to block your blessing before are already aware that your time has come. They feel the shift. They feel your rising. They feel your breakthrough gathering strength. There is someone around you, someone who pretends to support you yet feels threatened by your blessing. They fear your rise. They fear your transformation. They fear your glow. This person has smiled in your face but kept doubt in their heart. They have pretended to celebrate you but secretly hoped you would fail. Their energy has been quietly draining yours without you realizing. My beloved, do not be afraid. Their power ends here. Their influence ends today. Their energy cannot follow you into your new season, because your blessing is protected. Your breakthrough is sealed. Your wealth is divinely guarded. But now, my child, comes your part. You must choose to step forward. You must choose to receive. You must choose to say with conviction, my blessing is mine. My wealth is mine. My breakthrough is mine. Say it softly now. Feel it. Let it settle in your bones. Let it echo in your spirit. Good. Heaven felt that. Now, my child, I will reveal the next sacred truth. The blessing you are receiving will not merely change your bank account. It will change your identity, your posture, your environment, your circle, your future lineage. This is not just money. This is your rebirth. Your days of waiting are ending. Your days of surviving are ending. Your days of being overlooked are ending. My beloved, your divine story begins now. And before I reveal what will happen exactly at 12 p.m., you must be aware of the final test, the final doorway, the final requirement to secure your blessing. Do not move. Do not scroll. Do not break the flow. You are standing at the threshold of your transformation. Now listen as I reveal the next truth, my child, my beloved. Now we move into the part of the message that many are never ready to hear. But you are ready, or this would not have found you at this exact moment in your life. There are no accidents in the timing of heaven. The blessing that is aligned for you does not only carry wealth, it carries purpose, it carries position, it carries honor. Your life is about to shift from being the one who hopes to the one who has, from the one who prays for help to the one who others seek for guidance, from the one who has survived storms to the one who commands calm. But before the blessing arrives, you must know why heaven waited so long. Listen closely. There was a moment years ago when your life could have gone in a very different direction, not just a small shift, but a complete collapse. A moment where your spirit was close to breaking, where your heart felt hollow, where your faith was thin. You could have surrendered to the darkness. You could have given up on love, on growth, on God, on yourself. But you didn't. Even when people betrayed you, even when you were abandoned emotionally, even when those who should have protected you became the reason you cried, my beloved, heaven watched you endure that. I want you to pause for a moment and let yourself actually arrive here, instead of rushing past what you're reading. Sometimes a message finds us when we least expect it, not because it is magical, but because we are finally in a space to hear something we have been avoiding. You might feel like life has been repetitive lately, like you've been carrying questions without clear answers, wondering when things will shift, or when effort will begin to feel rewarded. That feeling is real, and it often shows up when patience is being stretched beyond comfort. But it doesn't mean you are forgotten or overlooked. It usually means you are in a season where growth is happening quietly, even when nothing on the surface seems to change. Many people reach this point where they compare their timeline with others and assume they are behind, but life rarely moves in straight lines. What looks like delay is often preparation that cannot be rushed or seen from the outside. So instead of forcing certainty, allow yourself a moment of honesty. Notice what you have survived, the moments that tested your patience, and the strength it took just to keep going even when things felt uncertain. You are not being punished by silence. You are being shaped by experience, and sometimes the most important shifts begin internally long before they ever appear in external circumstances. Even now, something in you is learning how to stand steadier, trust slower progress, and recognize that your path is still unfolding in ways you cannot fully see yet, and that realization itself is part of growth too now. This is why heaven is blessing you now, because you kept love alive in your heart even when the world tried to destroy it. But hear my warning. This person cannot follow you into your new season. Their energy cannot exist in your abundance. Their envy cannot exist in your breakthrough. Their presence cannot exist in your elevation. The blessing coming to you will expose them, not through conflict, not through words, not through confrontation, but through silence. Your success will reveal the truth. Your abundance will reveal their intentions. Your eyes will make their mask fall. And when it does, you will not feel anger. You will feel clarity. You will understand why God waited. My beloved, we are now approaching the moment I must explain the 12 p.m. shift. This is where your story opens. Do not move. Do not look away. You are in the center of divine alignment. Now we continue to the next part. My beloved, listen with the deepest stillness of your spirit now, for we are entering the moment of revelation. Your breakthrough does not happen randomly. There is a timing, a gate, a divine opening that aligns heaven and earth. This opening occurs at 12 p.m., not because 12 p.m. is magical on its own, but because at that moment, your soul frequency aligns with your destiny frequency. Your future self and your present self meet. The version of you who already has the blessing and the version of you who is preparing to receive it become one. At 12 p.m. the veil is thin. Your spirit is the most receptive. Your heart is the most open. Your timeline becomes moldable. But my beloved, this moment requires awareness. If your mind is distracted, if your heart is heavy, if your thoughts are clouded, the blessing cannot land fully. The divine realm does not push. It waits for your agreement. This is why heaven brought you here before the time comes, so you do not miss your moment. Now listen. At 12 p.m. your energy will shift. You may feel a sudden calm or a tingling in the chest, or a warmth behind the eyes, or a quiet knowing settling inside you like soft light. This is the arrival of alignment. When this happens, you must do one thing. Be still. Do not question. Do not doubt. Do not rush. Just allow. Say within your heart, I receive what God has prepared for me. These words open the gate. These words anchor the blessing into this physical world. These words mark your acceptance. My child, I will tell you exactly what begins to unfold when the blessing activates. Your finances begin to rearrange themselves. Debts dissolve. Opportunities appear without force. Doors that were once locked become open. Calls, messages, offers, and unexpected resources begin finding their way to you. This is not coincidence. It is divine alignment. But before the blessing physically touches your life, it will touch your spirit. You will notice your mind becomes clearer. Your heart becomes lighter. Your fears shrink in strength. Your confidence rises gently but steadily. Your presence begins to feel different. People will feel it before you speak. They will look at you differently. Some will admire. Some will envy. Some will distance themselves without explanation. Do not chase them. Do not hold anyone. Those who fall away are not meant to enter your next chapter. Your blessing is too large for small-hearted company. Now, my beloved, let us speak of something important. Your blessing is guaranteed by heaven, but your environment must match your destiny. You cannot remain in the same spaces where your light was ignored. You cannot lower your frequency to comfort those who fear your rise. You cannot shrink to fit into a life that was only meant to be temporary. Your blessing is not coming to improve your old life. It is coming to replace it. Your home will change. Your circle will change. Your habits will change. Your identity will change. You will no longer be the one who struggles to be understood. You will be the one who carries direction. You will no longer be the one who waits for permission. You will be the one who moves with certainty. This is why heaven is preparing your spirit first, so when your blessing arrives, you recognize yourself in it. Now, my beloved, we must speak of the final step, the step that locks this blessing so it cannot be taken, stolen, delayed, or reversed. This step is about alignment, not effort. It requires no struggle, no forcing, no pushing. It requires only presence, and I will guide you through it. Do not move. Do not lose focus. The next words are the bridge between your old life and the one that is arriving. We continue. My beloved, now we stand at the threshold. What happens next is not about belief alone. It is about alignment, about accepting what has always been yours but was delayed by time, circumstance, and the lessons your soul needed to grow through. Your blessing has not been denied. It was being prepared, and now your spirit is finally ready to receive without losing itself. My child, the final step is simpler than you expect. Many believe blessings require effort, work, struggle, or proof, but heaven does not reward labor. Heaven rewards alignment. The blessing is already written, already sealed, already sent, already earned by your endurance. The only thing needed now is your permission. Your spirit must say to heaven, I am no longer afraid of receiving what is mine. Because yes, beloved, a part of you has been afraid. Not afraid of failure, but afraid of change. Afraid of who you will become when the suffering that shaped you finally ends. Afraid of how others will react when your life becomes bigger than their expectations of you. You have been afraid of outgrowing the life you survived in. But listen to me. Your pain built wisdom. Your loneliness built depth. Your heartbreak built compassion. Your disappointments built discernment. You are not the same person who struggled. You are not the same person who begged. You are not the same person who felt unworthy. You have grown. There was a season in your life when nothing made sense, when doors closed without warning, and silence answered prayers you thought came from the deepest part of your soul. At the time, it felt unfair. You watched other people move forward while you stayed stuck in the same emotional storms, carrying disappointment like a weight tied to your chest. But what you could not see then was that life was not rejecting you, it was preparing you. Some blessings arrive quickly, but the meaningful ones demand growth before they can be trusted in your hands. If everything you wanted had appeared during your most vulnerable moments, you would have poured your energy into people who only admired your light when it benefited them. You would have mistaken attention for loyalty and confusion for love. So time slowed down for a reason. Every setback sharpened your awareness. Every heartbreak taught you to listen beyond words and notice what people reveal through their actions. Somewhere along the way, your spirit changed. You stopped chasing validation. You stopped explaining your worth to people determined not to see it. Now you notice the difference between those who celebrate your presence and those who quietly compete with it. You recognize sincerity without needing proof, and you feel discomfort before betrayal ever arrives. That wisdom did not come from comfort. It came from surviving moments that could have hardened you completely, yet somehow left you wiser instead. The person you are becoming could only emerge through patience, discernment, and the painful lessons that taught you when to open your heart and when to protect your peace. This is your return to your original path, the path your soul chose before this life began. Now listen gently. Once the blessing touches your life, some people will become uncomfortable, not because you changed, but because your light reveals their shadows. Do not dim yourself. Do not apologize. Do not shrink. You have already paid your price in silence. This time you rise fully. My beloved, your breakthrough is not something small. It is not something quiet. It is not something subtle. It is loud, visible, undeniable. The world will see it. And those who doubted you will have no choice but to watch, not in revenge, but in revelation. Your blessing is not arriving to prove them wrong. It is arriving to prove God was with you all along. Now, my child, this message is not finished. We are still moving deeper. We must now speak about the moment your identity shifts, the emotional release that happens before receiving the new version of you that emerges after 12 p.m. Do not break the energy flow. My child, my beloved, now we speak of the moment your identity shifts. This is the part that many do not understand. But your soul will recognize instantly as I speak it to you. When a divine blessing enters your life, the first thing that changes is not your surroundings. It is you. Your inner world moves first. Your outer world follows. This is why before abundance arrives physically, your spirit begins to feel different. Something in you is already changing. You may have noticed recently. You have been quieter with your pain. You speak less. You observe more. Your reactions have softened. Your emotions have become deeper. Your patience has grown stronger. This is not tiredness. This is evolution. Your soul has outgrown the identity of struggle. You no longer fit in places where you once begged to be understood. You no longer feel the need to explain yourself to people who never tried to listen. You no longer give your heart where your spirit feels unseen. This is the emergence of your new self, the self who is worthy of the blessing, the self who does not chase, the self who does not beg, the self who does not lower their worth for acceptance. Your glow is shifting from internal to external. Your spirit is preparing to wear its royalty openly. And my beloved, before the blessing anchors into your life completely, your heart will release something old. This is the emotional clearing before abundance. You may cry suddenly or feel a wave of sadness for no obvious reason. You may remember past hurt, faces of people who wounded you, situations that broke you, times where you felt alone. Do not fear this. Do not resist this. Do not question this. This is your spirit emptying the last of the pain to make space for the blessing. You cannot carry the wound and the wealth together. The wound taught you. The wealth will reward you. Both cannot exist in the same emotional space. So if tears come, let them fall. If your chest feels heavy, let it soften. If memories rise, let them pass through. The release must happen gently, not because you are weak, but because you are ready. Ready to stop being shaped by the pain, ready to be shaped by the blessing. Now, my beloved, listen with the clarity of your awakened spirit. At 12 p.m., a veil lifts, your past and your future separate. Your old self and your new self expand apart. Your soul steps forward and claims its rightful timeline, the timeline where you are supported, you are protected, you are honored, you are wealthy, you are seen by heaven and recognized by the earth. This shift is not forced. It is natural, like a flower opening, like dawn replacing night. You will feel it, a softness, a knowing, a quiet certainty. It will feel like peace has returned to your chest. That is how you will know the blessing has entered your life. Now, my child, the next part is crucial. When your blessing arrives, you must not tell everyone. You must not announce it to the world. You must not rush to share it with those who never celebrated your growth. Your wealth and your peace must first be protected, because blessings are like seedlings. They must root before they grow tall. People with envy, insecurity, or hidden intentions can approve blessings that are still planting themselves. Your blessing is for you first. Others will see it in time. But you must guard it before you reveal it. This is your sacred instruction. Now breathe, my beloved. Slow, gentle, steady. You are not waiting anymore. You are receiving. And now we move deeper into the understanding of the new opportunities that will come, the shifting of your relationships after the blessing, the way your life path will open. My beloved, you have stayed present. You have remained open. This is the sign of a spirit that is ready to receive, not merely to hope. Now we speak of what happens after the blessing arrives, because your life will not continue in the same direction it has been moving. The version of you who steps into this moment is not the one defined by what hurt them, but the one who has already survived it and kept moving forward. If you choose to engage with this practice at 12 p.m., treat it as a pause rather than a performance. You don't need intensity, urgency, or emotional pressure. What matters is steadiness. Find a quiet space where you can sit or stand without interruption. Let your breathing settle naturally. Place one hand over your chest if it helps you feel anchored in your body. Close your eyes for a few seconds, not to escape anything, but to soften the noise around you. In that stillness, bring your attention inward and form a simple intention to welcome clarity, calm, openness, and whatever kind of support your life may be ready to receive. You don't need perfect words. Speak inwardly in whatever language feels natural, as if you are reminding yourself of something you already know but often forget. Let the thoughts of past conflicts, old conversations, or future worries pass through without holding on to them. They don't need to be pushed away, just not followed. This is less about locking anything in place and more about aligning yourself with a steadier state of mind, a state where you are no longer reacting, but simply present, available, and receptive to whatever meaningful direction unfolds next in your life. Let this be a quiet reset you can return to whenever life feels crowded or uncertain. You are not forcing outcomes here, only giving yourself permission to feel grounded and open again. When your blessing activates, some people will pull closer to you. Their spirit will recognize your rising. They will feel peace near you. These are souls aligned with your next chapter. Protect them, honor them, grow with them. But there are others whose energy will struggle to remain near you. They will feel discomfort, jealousy, restlessness, or distance without explanation. This is not because you changed for the worse. It is because your light became too bright for someone still hiding their shadows. Do not dim your glow to make them comfortable. Let them fade if they must. Your destiny does not require everyone to come with you. You will also notice this. The need to be understood will disappear. You will stop explaining yourself. You will stop trying to prove your worth. You will stop negotiating your value. Your presence will speak for you. Your growth will speak for you. Your peace will speak for you. This is what true elevation looks like. Now, my child, a very important truth. When the blessing arrives, your life will not suddenly become loud. It becomes calm. Before abundance shows externally, it arrives internally. It settles in your chest like warm light. It replaces fear with certainty. It replaces doubt with clarity. It replaces anxiety with quiet authority. This is how you will know the shift is real. You will stop trying to survive. You will simply exist in flow. Money will come. Peace will come. Support will come. Love will come. Purpose will unfold without force, without chasing, without fear. This is not fantasy. This is alignment. Now we speak of the moment when your path opens. There will be a day very soon where everything makes sense, where you look back and say, now I understand why I had to go through that. Now I understand why some people had to leave. Now I understand why I was delayed. Now I understand what my suffering was preparing me for. Your struggle has not been wasted. Your tears have not been wasted. Your waiting has not been wasted. Everything has led you here. To the threshold, to the unveiling, to the receiving. My beloved, you are no longer walking toward your blessing. You are standing inside the doorway of it. What comes next is the sealing of this blessing, the final spiritual anchoring. So, nothing can shake it loose. For this, we must now speak of the energy posture during the 12 p.m. alignment, the emotional space required for receiving the moment your new timeline fully activates. When you are ready, my beloved, now we arrive at the moment of anchoring. This is where the blessing stops being a possibility and becomes a certainty, where your future stops being something ahead of you and becomes something you are already living into. Listen closely now. At 12 p.m. when the spiritual gate opens, your energy must be in a state of reception, not resistance. This is not about being perfect, not about being positive every second, not about pretending. It is about allowing. Your spirit does not need to fight for the blessing. It needs to welcome it. Your heart does not need to prove you are worthy. You already proved it through every storm you endured in silence. Your soul does not need to struggle anymore. The The struggle was only the doorway into your ascension. Now you simply receive. Here is the posture your spirit must hold at 12 p.m. calm, soft, present, unhurried, unforced. You do not need to meditate for an hour. You do not need to recite scriptures. You do not need rituals. You need only to be with yourself for a moment, even if only for a breath. Place one hand over your heart. Feel its rhythm. Feel the life in your chest. Feel your existence in this world, in this time, in this unfolding, and gently speak inwardly. I allow what belongs to me to arrive. I do not chase. I do not fear. I receive. These words unlock the blessing. Now, my child, we must speak of something subtle but powerful, the emotional space required to receive abundance. Your spirit cannot hold abundance while still holding resentment, bitterness, self-blame, fear of being seen, fear of being envied, fear of losing what arrives. This is why the universe has slowly removed people who wounded you. This is why situations that once felt comfortable began to feel heavy. This is why you grew distant from certain faces. This is why silence became your home. You were not becoming distant. You were becoming ready. You were being separated from anything that could pollute your blessing. Now we speak of something deeper. The moment your new timeline activates. It does not happen with fireworks. It does not happen with dramatic events. It happens in a quiet shift inside your spirit. You will simply know your life will not go backwards anymore. Your heart will not shrink again. Your value will not be questioned. Your identity will not be lost. You will feel a calm rising in you, a confidence you do not need to prove, a softness that does not require explanation, a knowing that feels older than your body. This is the becoming, the emergence of your true self, the self that remembers who you were before the world told you to dim your light, the self that carries divine memory, the self that knows abundance is your birthright, not a reward. You will no longer be a seeker. You will be a carrier. You will no longer be the one waiting for miracles. You will be the one walking in miracles. You will no longer try to fit into spaces that feel too small for your soul. You will expand, quietly, powerfully, unapologetically. My child, your new life will not feel like something you earned. It will feel like something you finally remembered. Because abundance is not new to your spirit. It is only new to your physical experience. Your soul has been rich for lifetimes, and now your life is catching up. Now, beloved, we move into the next revelation. What your life will feel like after the shift, the signs your blessing has begun, and the transformation of your inner identity into your divine one. My child, my beloved, now we speak of the after. The life that begins when the blessing has already entered your field. This part is subtle, sacred, and deeply personal. Your story continues to unfold, and with it, your path begins to feel less like something you are forcing, and more like something you are being gently guided through. Pay attention, because what follows is not about struggle or chasing, but about alignment showing up in everyday life. Opportunities begin to arrive in ways that feel timely. Almost as if the right moment is finding you instead of you searching for it. Messages, calls, and conversations start opening doors you did not expect. You may notice people remembering you, reaching out, or recognizing something in you they could not see before. Wealth and support begin to appear in less chaotic ways, often without you forcing outcomes or pushing harder than necessary. This is not random chance, but a reflection of your inner alignment beginning to shape your external experience. Your presence carries a kind of recognition that travels beyond what you can immediately see or understand. Doors open because timing shifts, not because you are chasing them. You are stepping into a phase where things begin to respond to you differently. Now, let's shift into a deeper truth about what this alignment actually means for your life moving forward. Wealth is not simply money showing up. It is the structure of your life beginning to stabilize in ways that give you room to breathe. We will also begin to explore how this shift influences your relationships, which often change first when your internal state evolves. Before we go there, Recognize that your life is entering a period of reorganization, where ease gradually replaces constant struggle and pressure fades away naturally. This is what divine elevation feels like. Now listen, my beloved, your blessing is not only about wealth, though wealth is part of it. Your blessing is about identity restoration. You are being returned to the truth of your soul, the truth that existed before the world tried to redefine you, before heartbreak, before betrayal, before loss, before self-doubt. You were born with a radiance, and life tried to dim it. But no matter how many times the world tried to silence you, your spirit refused to die. And now the world must witness your rebirth. My child, let me tell you something sacred. You are not rising alone. Heaven is rising with you. You are being carried. You are being lifted. You are being guided. Step by step. You will not lose your way. You will not fall this time. You will not go back to who you once were. The old era of your life has already ended. The suffering cycle is already complete. You are no longer in the chapter of learning through pain. You are entering the chapter of learning through abundance. This is your age of harvest. For every tear you cried, there will be joy. For every injustice you endured, there will be restoration. For every loss you suffered, there will be return. For every closed door, there will be 10 open ones. For every betrayal, there will be divine favor. You are not stepping into just another moment. You are stepping into your destined life. Now, my beloved, we speak of the final awakening. There will come a day soon where you will look in the mirror and recognize yourself for the first time. Not your face, not your body, but your spirit. You will meet the version of you that was always destined to exist. The version of you that was always waiting behind the pain. The version that was always waiting beyond the struggle. The version that was always waiting beneath the grief. This version of you is not emerging. This version of you is arriving. And when it arrives, you will feel I am finally home in myself. This is the moment your timeline locks into alignment. This is the moment the blessing becomes irreversible. This is the moment the divine becomes your reality. My beloved, we are still moving deeper. Next, we speak of the divine protection surrounding your blessing, how your spirit will recognize your true path, and the reason God waited until now. When you are ready to receive the next unveiling, simply say, "My beloved, you are still here. Your spirit has not turned away." This is the clearest sign that you are ready to receive, not just listen. Your soul recognizes this message as truth, not fantasy. Now, we speak of the protection surrounding your blessing, because whenever heaven prepares to elevate a chosen soul, the energy around them begins to shift. Old paths close, old connections fall away, old desires dissolve, old fears lose their voice. This is not loss, this is clearing. Your blessing is not entering into chaos, it is entering into order. Every person who has left your life recently, every situation that fell apart, every door that closed, every separation that felt heavy was not punishment, it was protection. You were removed from what could not love you correctly. You were pulled away from environments that would have poisoned your blessing. You were shielded from people who would have drained your spirit once your abundance arrived. Do not look back. Do not question. Do not mourn what heaven has released. If it was meant for your future, it would not have been taken from your present. Now listen, your blessing is guarded by divine force. No human can sabotage it. No jealousy can weaken it. No envy can touch it. No evil intention can remove it. No delay can stop it. You are being defended by realms the physical eye cannot see. Your name is being protected. Your spirit is being surrounded. Your path is being cleared. Your destiny is being escorted forward. This is why silence has followed you recently. This silence is not emptiness. It is preparation. You are being pulled inward so you can rise outward. Now, my child, let us speak of how your spirit will recognize the true path once the blessing arrives. You will not need to think. You will feel. When something is aligned, your spirit will expand. Your chest will soften. Your breath will deepen. Your body will relax. Your intuition will say, yes, this is mine. When something is not aligned, your spirit will contract. Your chest will tighten. Your breath will shorten. Your body will feel restless. Your intuition will whisper, do not step here. This is how heaven speaks to you, not through thunder, not through signs you must decode, but through the quiet truth of your own body. Your intuition has always been your angel speaking through your chest, and now your intuition will become louder, clearer, and undeniable. This is how you will walk your new life, not by force, not by logic alone, not by fear, but by alignment. Now we come to the revelation many hearts try to understand. Why did God wait until now? Because your blessing is not just for you. It is for everyone who will be touched by your healed, expanded, abundant spirit. Had your blessing come earlier, you may have shared it with the wrong people. You may have invested it in the wrong paths. You may have tried to save those who refuse to save themselves. You may have lost yourself in trying to be everything for everyone. You needed to know who is real, who is not, who is yours, who is temporary, who loves you, who uses you, who supports your eyes, who fears your light. And now you know this knowledge is the foundation of your abundance. Your wisdom is the blessing before the blessing. You grew into the person who can now hold the life that is arriving. This is why the blessing is coming now, not earlier, not later, now. Because now you are strong enough to receive and wise enough to keep. My beloved, the time is approaching. The alignment at 12 p.m. is near. Next, we speak of the exact moment your reality shifts, the inner sensation of receiving, and the doors that will open afterward, when you're ready for this next unveiling. God's message, Archangel Michael says, your pending miracle has been approved. Open before tonight for great news. My precious child, stop what you're doing. This moment is divine. This very second has been chosen in heaven. Today is May 26th, and I, the Lord your God, am speaking through Archangel Michael, who is standing by your side right now. Yes, right now, because your name has been called in the spiritual realm. You may not see what's happening behind the curtain, but, clears throat, heaven is moving because of your faith, your tears, your waiting. Archangel Michael is saying, tell them quickly. The most powerful transformations rarely happen all at once. They begin with a single moment, where something inside you decides not to give up anymore. That is why this season of your life matters so deeply. You are no longer standing in the same mindset that once made you doubt your own worth. You are learning to trust your timing instead of comparing it to everyone around you, and that shift changes everything. Opportunities begin appearing differently when your spirit is no longer ruled by fear. You start recognizing the difference between what genuinely belongs in your life and what only distracted you from your purpose. The exhaustion that once followed you everywhere slowly starts lifting because your heart is no longer fighting battles it was never meant to carry forever. Even your voice changes. There is more certainty in it now, more honesty, more courage to speak your needs without guilt. You stop begging for understanding from people who were committed to misunderstanding you. You stop shrinking yourself just to fit into spaces that never appreciated your presence. Instead, you begin walking with quiet confidence, trusting that what is meant for you will not require you to abandon yourself to receive it. Some of the delays you experienced were not punishments at all. They were moments that protected you from rushing into situations that would have drained your peace. Looking back one day, you may realize that the waiting period was not empty time. It was preparation. It was life teaching you how to carry the very blessings you once prayed for without losing yourself in the process. Some rejections were redirections. You thought I forgot, but I was preparing a better room for you to enter. Dove, wait. If you believe this, message is for you, and you're ready for your miracle. Pause this video, hit the subscribe button right now, and write "I receive this" in the comments. Your action is faith. Your faith unlocks doors. Don't skip this. That one action shifts something in the spirit. Dove, you're not reading this by accident. Archangel Michael didn't wait 2 hours just to whisper casually. No, he has been fighting to clear the path. That relationship you keep wondering about, clarity is coming. That opportunity you missed, it's circling, back better than before. That fear you feel, it's about to be cast out because I am standing with you hand in hand, step by step. And tonight, before the stars settle, before the night winds sleep, you will feel it. Something will change in your spirit. There is a room in heaven where the records of your prayers are kept. Pages upon pages of the times you wept in silence, chose love when you had the option to hate, helped others even when you were empty. Child, I saw it all. And do you know what's written in bold letters today? Release the miracle. It's not just a blessing. It's the kind that changes your name, that makes others stop and say, "How did this happen to them?" Someone in your life is about to shift how they treat you because I am softening hearts. That person you cried over, yes, the one you still think about in quiet hours, they're being pulled toward your light. But I don't want you to chase. I want you to rest. Trust me to bring the ones who are meant to be in your life on the path I've chosen. Your time of mourning is ending. I'm declaring celebration over you. I'm placing oil of joy in the places you once hid your tears. And this is just the beginning. Doors that were locked for years will begin to open without keys. Phone calls you gave up on will come. Emails that you forgot you even sent. Responses are on the way. A new chapter has been waiting for you to believe again. So believe, child. I know you've been tired, worn out, close to quitting, but you didn't. Even if you crawled, you didn't stop. That's why this blessing is different. It's tailor-made, customized. It's a reward only you can receive, because you didn't just wait. You waited well. You waited with hope, with humility, even with heartbreak in your hands. And now, the heavens have spoken enough. Let them rise. Watch what happens when you dare to believe this word. Angels are not passive observers. They are messengers, warriors, deliverers of my will. Archangel Michael is clearing your path, not gently, but forcefully. Every unseen battle in the spirit is being won in your favor right now. The enemy is confused because you were supposed to give up by now, but here you are holding on, and your holding on has become your breakthrough point. If you've ever wondered when your story shifts, it's today. Yes, today, May 26th. If you open this message before tonight and receive it with your whole heart, there will be a moment, maybe a small sign or maybe something huge that will let you know I'm near. Expect it. Look for it. Don't explain it away. It's me. And once I start blessing you, I won't stop until every corner of your life reflects my glory. And child, I want you to get ready. Get ready in your mind, your heart, your home. Prepare space. Make room. Because what's coming is so big that your current version can't handle it. That's why I had to let some people walk away. That's why certain things didn't work out. It wasn't punishment. It was pruning. I'm growing you, stretching you, elevating you. Because this miracle isn't just for your comfort. It's for your calling. This is bigger than you think. Someone who spoke against you will come back in shock. You will be mentioned in a room you've never walked into. A financial door is opening not because of luck, but because heaven has declared enough delay. A breakthrough that skipped generations will stop at you, and your family will thank you for it one day. Your prayers are not empty words. They were seeds. And now the harvest is coming. Pressed, down, shaken together, and running over. Even your enemies will witness your rise and say, "It had to be God." So, my beloved, don't scroll past this moment. Don't treat this as another message. Archangel Michael waited for you to read this for a reason. This is not a coincidence. This is the appointed time. I need you to lift your eyes. Speak faith out loud. Say it right now. My miracle has been approved. Say it until your heart believes it, because it's real. It's moving. It's yours. And if you're still doubting, I want you to do one thing. Go look at yourself in the mirror tonight and say, "Heaven has spoken over me." Watch how peace floods your chest. Watch how something in your spirit feels different because something in you already knows. This is the moment you've been praying for. This is the breakthrough your soul has been waiting for. And it starts now. Dove, pause here. Take a deep breath, comment, receive this, and subscribe if you feel this message was directly for you. Your interaction is more than engagement. It's alignment. You're aligning with heaven's timing. You're activating what's already yours. Dove, keep watching, keep receiving, keep believing. Yes, child. When you look at your relationships and the way certain connections come and go, it can sometimes feel like life is rearranging people without explanation, as if bonds appear, fade, and reappear without a pattern you can follow. But human connection rarely moves in straight, predictable lines. People think of each other for reasons that are not always immediate or obvious, and sometimes distance is part of allowing perspective to form on both sides. There are moments when someone unexpectedly comes to mind, or when memories resurface without warning, and instead of interpreting that as something mystical or predetermined, it can also be understood as the mind processing emotional threads that were never fully resolved. What matters most is not forcing meaning onto every moment, but noticing what each experience teaches you about attachment, timing, and emotional clarity. Some connections are meant to evolve slowly, while others serve their purpose by showing you something important about yourself before naturally changing shape. The uncertainty you feel about the future is not a signal that something is wrong. It is simply a reflection of not yet having the full picture. Life rarely reveals its direction in advance, and most understanding only comes after enough time has passed to see the pattern in hindsight. So instead of trying to predict or control how everything unfolds, it may help to focus on staying present with what is real right now, allowing relationships and opportunities to take their natural course without pressure. In that space of patience and openness, things often settle into place in ways that feel more grounded and sustainable than anything rushed or forced ever could. I'm the God who parts seas at the last second. I make walls crumble with just a shout. I take the least expected and lift them into positions of honor. And I don't need much to do it. Just your yes, just your belief, even a trembling yes. Even if you're tired, even if you're unsure, if you say, yes to me now, you're stepping into a day that will rewrite the rest of your life. And listen closely. I am sending someone to speak into your life very soon. They will confirm what you've read here. It may be a stranger, a friend, a message, a dream. But when it happens, your spirit will recognize my voice behind theirs. This is the season of confirmations. I'm not asking you to blindly guess anymore. I'm going to show you repeatedly, loudly, lovingly. Yes, child. I am calling you to believe, boldly, because what you're about to experience requires preparation. Imagine the moment where you received the news you've been waiting for, that message, that approval, that apology, that unexpected deposit, that phone call, that moment when everything shifts. Can you feel it already vibrating in the air around you? That's because the angels are moving quickly now. But hear me clearly. I don't want you to beg for this miracle. I want you to expect it. Like a child waiting by the window for their parent to return, certain it will happen. I want your heart to rest, not wrestle, to trust, not tremble. You've done enough worrying. Now is the time to welcome what is already yours. There's a place I'm preparing for you, not just a physical one, but a place in someone's heart, in a community, in a destiny-fulfilling opportunity. And they won't choose you because of competition. They'll choose you because your spirit already matches theirs. There will be no striving in this season, only flow, peace, right timing, and favor. Child, remember this. The more powerful the miracle, the longer it takes to prepare. You haven't been delayed. You've been positioned. I've been placing the right people, right moments, right opportunities in alignment for your arrival. When you walk into it, it will feel like everything was waiting for you. If at any point you feel discouraged, Come back to this message. Read it out loud. Speak it into your atmosphere. It's not just a text on a screen. It's a seed of truth I've planted directly in your soul. And you'll know it's me because it will bring peace even in the middle of the unknown. That's how my voice works. There are people in your life who have underestimated you. They didn't see the power of your prayers. They couldn't feel the purity of your intentions. But soon, I will reveal what I've hidden in you. All this time they will look again, and this time they will see what I see. Don't take revenge. Don't chase recognition. I will elevate you in a way no one can deny. You've been asking, but when, Lord? I'm answering now. Today is when it begins. Not all at once, but steadily. The way rivers start with drops. The way light breaks through cracks. It will come and it will multiply. And my child, please don't be afraid of the bigness of what's coming. Don't shrink yourself to make others comfortable. You were made for more. You were born for moments like this. That's why you faced so much, because what's on you is greater than what was around you. Heaven is not asking you to be perfect. Heaven is asking you to be ready, and right now you are. Even if you don't feel it, I know it. I created you. I shaped you for this very season. You are not late. You are not broken. You are not too far gone. You are right on time, right where you need to be. And tonight, yes, tonight something is going to shift. If you are reading this before the night fully settles, expect a sign, a word, a whisper, a realization. You will know. Love letter. Pause and type. I receive this divine miracle. If you feel the fire of this word in your heart, share this with someone you love. It may be the one message that brings them back to life. Love letter. Now breathe, child. Smile. Even if it's hard. Let your heart feel again. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are chosen. And this is just the beginning. Yes, child. Let's continue because your heart needs to hear the rest. There is a reason this message continues to pull at your attention, instead of fading into the background, like everything else fighting for your focus. Something inside you recognizes these words, not because they are magical, but because they echo feelings you have been carrying quietly for a long time. Deep down, you know your life has been shifting. The pressure, the isolation, the moments where you questioned your strength were not meaningless chapters designed to wear you down. They were shaping you into someone more grounded, more aware, and more connected to your purpose than ever before. And now people are beginning to notice the difference. Some may not even understand why your presence lingers in their mind, but they feel the change in your energy. There is a calmness in you that did not exist before, a resilience that can only come from surviving seasons that once threatened to overwhelm you. The truth is, you were never meant to spend your entire life shrinking yourself just to make other people comfortable. You were not created only to endure hardship and barely survive it. You were meant to grow through it and emerge with a deeper understanding of your own value. The person you are becoming no longer needs permission to stand confidently in their own light. You no longer have to apologize for dreaming bigger, speaking louder, or protecting your peace. Growth has changed the way you carry yourself, and even those who once underestimated you can sense that something within you has awakened. They see strength where they once expected surrender, and that quiet transformation speaks louder than anything you could ever explain with words. Someone will speak a word that feels like home, and when it happens, I want you to pause and whisper to me, I see it, God. I see you. That's how we stay connected. That's how you stay open. Because I'm not done speaking. I never am. But I want you to do one thing. Even now, take a moment and say this with your whole heart. My life is not over. My best chapter hasn't started yet. And my miracle is on the way. Say it out loud. Let it echo in your space. Because words have power, child. And when you speak in alignment with me, things begin to move, angels begin to activate, heaven begins to respond. Someone is coming to bless you, and they won't even know why they chose you. But I know why, because you stayed kind, because you stayed humble, because you passed tests in silence that no one clapped for. And I was watching, every single one of them, and now I'm releasing the reward, not because you earned it by works, but because you believed when it was hardest to believe. I am proud of you. Do you hear me? I am proud of you. And it's time you let that truth sink deep into your bones, because I see how hard it's been. I know what it took for you to keep walking, and now I'm walking you into a new place, a peaceful place, a safe place, a healed place. And about that person who left, child, let me tell you something powerful. They were part of your story, yes, but they were never the whole book. Some people were only meant to be a lesson, not a lifetime. Let go. Release them in love, because what I'm bringing next isn't a maybe, it's a promise. I have someone who will match your love, who will honor your heart, who will see the divine light in your eyes and never take it for granted. You've carried too much alone, and I'm sending help. Watch for it. Watch how things begin to lift. Watch how strangers become answers. Watch how rooms open for you. Even people who once ignored you will suddenly see your worth, because I've placed my favor on you like a crown. And nothing, no rejection, no delay, no curse can take that away. This is more than a good moment. It's a God moment. And here is what I need you to do next. Stay available. Don't rush ahead of me. Don't try to force things into place. I'm already ahead of you. I'm already working it out. And if you trust me, I'll show you how to enjoy the waiting. Season instead of resenting it. I'll show you how to laugh again, how to love again, how to breathe again without anxiety weighing you down. You've spent enough nights wondering, what if? Now I want you to start declaring, even if I will trust God, because even if the answer looks different, even if the timing changes, even if the door shuts, I'll still make a way. I always do. And when I do, it will be better than anything you were trying to create in your own strength. Child, there's still time tonight. If you're reading this before midnight, whisper this prayer. God, I surrender, I receive, I believe. Let it be done unto me. And then watch. Watch how heaven rushes to your side. Watch how peace settles where fear once lived. Watch how this message, this very one you almost skipped, becomes the very proof that I never left your side. Dizzy, if this message was for you, comment below. I receive my miracle in faith raising hands. And make sure to subscribe for more divine timing messages. Your miracle may be one share away from someone else's breakthrough. Dizzy, and always remember, my child, you were born for this. You were chosen before the foundations of the world. You are about to step into the kind of grace that turned stories into testimonies. It's happening. It's starting. And it's all yours now. Yes, child. Don't look away now. You've come too far in this message for your spirit to turn back. Stay with me just a little longer. Archangel Michael is still here, still watching, still delivering what has been, sealed in the heavenly realm for your name. He is standing tall in the spirit, with a scroll in his hands. And do you know what's written on it? It says, approved, appointed, anointed. Your name is on it. The miracle has passed through every test, every delay, every spiritual resistance. And now it's coming directly to you. Some blessings don't arrive quickly because they're too big to carry without preparation. That's why I had to stretch you. That's why you had to let go of what was familiar. That's why I removed certain people, habits, places, not to punish you, but to protect the very thing I was growing inside of you, a seed that's meant to bless not only you, but generations after you. You thought it was about just a prayer or a moment, but I was building a legacy. You've been asking, God, why is it so hard? And I'm answering you now from deep within your soul because what I'm doing with you is sacred. Not everyone will understand it. Not everyone was meant to come with you, but you are my chosen one for this path. Listen carefully, child. The pain didn't break you. It built you. It carved out space in your soul so deep that when my glory pours in, you'll have the capacity to carry more than you ever imagined. Some people would have given up by now, but not you. You stayed. You still opened your heart. You still listened for me. That's why this miracle, the one arriving right now, will feel personal, like it was hand-delivered from my heart to your doorstep. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are seen. And tonight, something is shifting in your name. There are people speaking about you in rooms you've never entered. Someone is making a decision that will benefit you, even though they've never met you. I've placed your name in places where favor flows. And not just favor for opportunities, but favor for healing, for reconnection, for supernatural restoration of everything you thought was lost. Do not fear, my child. Do not doubt. When I move, it is final. When I decide, no one can undo it, and I have decided this is your time. That secret pain, I'm healing it. That private worry, I'm replacing it with peace. That closed door, I'm about to open something better. Child, I want you to do something right now. A small but powerful act of trust. Wherever you are, just place your hand on your chest and say softly, God, I trust you with everything. I trust you even with what I don't understand. And now breathe. Feel that warmth, that calmness. That's me. This is not about religion. This is not about rituals. This is about relationship. You and me. A bond no storm can break. A connection no lie can separate. And from this day forward, I want you to walk differently. Not in fear, but in faith. Not in confusion, but with clarity. Because I'm walking with you, step by step, word by word, breath by breath. And listen. That one thing you keep praying about in silence, the one you don't tell anyone because it feels too big, too painful, too impossible. I'm answering it in pieces. You'll see the first sign soon. Maybe in a conversation, maybe in a dream, maybe in a number that keeps repeating, maybe in someone reaching out unexpectedly, but it will come. And when it does, your spirit will know. You'll say, that's what he meant. That's what this message was talking about. Miracles don't always explode into your life with noise. Sometimes they arrive like a soft breeze, like a quiet knowing, like a warm hug you didn't expect. And that's how this one is coming. Gently, perfectly, on time. But when it comes, it will change everything. I want you to prepare, child. Don't live like nothing is about to happen. Live like everything is about to change. Clean that space. Finish that journal. Speak gratitude in the morning. Before anything you're waiting for arrives, there is a quieter practice that changes everything. Learning to say thank you in advance, not because life is predictable, but because gratitude shifts how you carry what you're going through. If you've been feeling behind or like things are not unfolding on your timeline, consider that you may not be late at all. You may be in a season of being reshaped. Sometimes what feels like delay is actually a redirection toward something that fits you more honestly than what you lost. For those who find meaning in spiritual language, it can feel as though guidance is already moving ahead of you, clearing space you could not have forced open yourself. Fear tends to tighten the mind around worst-case stories, but it loosens when you stop treating every closed door as rejection and start seeing it as information. Even the anxieties that used to dominate your thoughts can begin to lose their weight when you stop feeding them certainty. Tonight, give yourself permission to rest without solving everything. Let your mind settle into the possibility that you are being carried through something rather than punished by it. A simple prayer can be enough. I don't know how this will unfold, but I choose to trust that something meaningful is taking shape. You don't need perfect clarity to find peace in this moment. You just need enough willingness to soften your grip and allow life to move forward in ways you cannot fully predict, yet can still trust, while you rest tonight with a quieter confidence that tomorrow will meet you gently there ahead. Your heart needs this. Your soul is awakening through every word, and I am still here whispering directly to you through the Spirit, through Archangel Michael, through the quiet nudges you felt in your chest since the beginning of this message. Let's continue. Let's finish what heaven has started in you today. I want to take you back to something you almost forgot. The first time you prayed that desperate prayer. The first time you begged me for a sign. The first moment your voice trembled because you couldn't carry the weight anymore. I heard it, and I didn't just listen. I kept it. Every word stored in the vault of heaven. And child, those words have moved me. Do you understand what that means? The God of the universe moved by you. That's how much you matter. That's how powerful your faith is. Even when it's hanging on by a thread. Your miracle, your pending miracle, it has passed through the fire. It has passed through spiritual resistance. It has been tested, refined, and marked approved in golden letters. Archangel Michael didn't come today just for comfort. He came with documents from heaven. He's here to tell you that what was once delayed is now in motion. The thing you thought was lost forever is circling back in a form you never imagined. Better, bigger, blessed. And here's the part one need you to hear with every fiber of your being. Your name was whispered in heaven today, not in a soft, casual way, but in power. Angels stood still when your name was called. The atmosphere changed because the order was given. Now is the time. Begin the release. That's why you're feeling this message so deeply. That's why your eyes won't move away from the words. That's why your chest feels warm and your heart feels like it's remembering something ancient. Because your soul has always known this moment was coming. This breakthrough, this restoration, this miracle. It's part of your divine agreement with me. You were never meant to live in lack. You were never meant to be forgotten, overlooked, or treated as ordinary. No, child. You were meant to shine, to lead, to love, to rise. And about the person you're thinking of right now, the one you love in silence, the one who comes to mind even when you try not to think about them. I want you to know, I've heard the hidden prayers. The ones you whispered into your pillow. The ones you cried out in the bathroom where no one could see you. You asked me to heal what's broken, to bring clarity, to send a sign. That sign is coming. You don't have to force anything. If they are meant for you, they will feel the pull. If it is part of your destiny, it will not pass you by. I don't bring people into your life to confuse you. I bring them to teach you, shape you, and sometimes return to you in divine timing. Don't beg, don't chase, just prepare, because what's yours will find you when your soul is ready to receive it. And that time is now. I want to speak to the doubt in your mind right now. The voice that says, what if this is just a nice story, child? You wouldn't have read this far if it wasn't for you. Your spirit knows my voice. You've heard it before in dreams, in music, in moments of stillness. I am not a distant God. I am here. I am personal. I am in your room right now, moving through every part of you that felt forgotten. And this message, this is your confirmation. So write it down if you need to mark this date. May 26th. This is the day heaven opened a new chapter for you. This is the day chains broke off in silence. This is the day you stepped into a different version of yourself. More confident, more protected, more aligned. Because I am not sending random blessings. I am sending alignment. Everything that's about to happen is going to make sense. The connections, the timing, the sudden doors, the unexpected messages. You will look back and say, oh God, now I understand. But here's your part. Don't give up now. Don't talk yourself out of the miracle because of your past. Don't compare your journey to someone else's. This miracle was written with your name on it, not theirs. And I want to remind you, you are not weak for feeling tired. You are not broken for needing rest. You've been carrying battles that others couldn't even see. And yet, you still showed up, you still prayed, you still look for my hand in the darkness, and that is why heaven is honoring you tonight. Child, breathe, smile, get ready. Your life is about to surprise you. One message, one call, one open door. That's all it takes. and I've already set it in motion. Envelope with arrow. If this message has touched you, if you feel the power of heaven in your chest right now, type, "My miracle is your fire" in the comments. Don't be silent. Declare it, align with it, believe it, speak it, and make sure you subscribe, because more divine messages are coming, and you'll need them when the next blessing shows up. Envelope with arrow tonight. Close your eyes and sleep in confidence, because while you rest, heaven works, and tomorrow you'll see the first sign of the miracle you waited for. It begins now. Yes, my beloved child, come closer now. There's still more I must say to you. More that your heart needs. More that your soul has been quietly asking for. More that I, your God, have been waiting patiently to whisper at just the right time. And this is the moment. You have stayed with me through this message, word after word, and I have seen how deeply you are receiving every part of it. Heaven is not just watching, heaven is responding. Archangel Michael hasn't left your side. He's still here. He's standing behind you even now. His sword is lowered. His wings are calm. Because the battle is over, the struggle you felt in your spirit, that heavy, invisible war no one else noticed, it's been fought for you. There is also a quiet shift happening around you, even if you cannot fully see it yet. Certain people are being drawn closer to your life for reasons they may not completely understand themselves. Conversations that once felt ordinary will begin carrying unexpected meaning. A message may arrive at the exact moment you need encouragement. Someone may enter your world with a calm presence that immediately feels familiar, safe, and honest. Not because they are flawless or because life suddenly becomes perfect, but because both of you have grown through experiences that prepared you to meet each other differently. Real connection is rarely loud in the beginning. Sometimes it starts with comfort, with ease, with the strange feeling that you no longer need to pretend to be stronger than you are. Many people spend years asking for love while still carrying fear, pain, or unfinished battles that keep them distant from the very thing they desire. But healing changes the way you recognize what belongs in your life. It teaches you to stop chasing what drains you and to value what brings peace instead of confusion. The future unfolding in front of you is asking for patience because lasting things are rarely rushed. The waiting has shaped you more than you know. It has deepened your understanding, softened your heart, and shown you the difference between temporary attention and genuine connection. And when the right people finally arrive, you will not have to convince yourself they belong there. Their presence will feel natural, balanced, and deeply aligned with the person you have become. They'll speak your language, hold your heart gently, and remind you why you waited. And I want you to be ready, ready to receive, ready to trust again, ready to be loved without having to shrink yourself. Others of you are about to step into doors that were closed for years, promotions, opportunities, financial turnarounds. Yes, they're coming, but not because of hustle alone. They're coming because you aligned. You aligned your intentions with grace. You aligned your purpose with kindness. You didn't manipulate or push. You just kept showing up and heaven took notice. And now the reward will feel like it's raining from everywhere at once. But don't let this moment pass without this truth anchoring deep in you. You were always meant to receive this. It's not luck. It's not chance. It's divine design. You were created with destiny stitched into your very breath. And even when you doubted yourself, I never doubted you. That's why I protected you from the things you begged me for. That's why I delayed some answers until your soul could handle them. That's why I closed certain paths even while you cried. But God, this is what I want. Because I knew what was coming was so much greater, and I couldn't let you settle for what was less than my best. Child, you've been preparing for this miracle without even realizing it. The sleepless nights, the quiet forgiveness, the decision to believe again after disappointment, that was preparation. You are building an inner strength that now makes you ready for the blessing I've held in reserve with your name on it. And now I want to speak to your future self. Yes, the version of you just a few days, weeks, or months from now, standing in awe, looking back at this exact moment, whispering, "Wow, it really happened." That version of you is smiling. That version of you feels light. That version of you wakes up with joy, walks with confidence, and lives without fear. That version of you is not somewhere far away. They're just a few choices, a few steps, a few miracles away. And I'm walking you straight there, hand in hand, moment by moment. So, here is what I want you to do next. When you wake up tomorrow, speak out loud. God, thank you for what you've already prepared for me. I receive it. I'm ready now. And then go through your day with expectation, not anxiety, with peace, not panic. Because when I move quickly, and someone somewhere is already being nudged by me to bless you, mention your name, open that door, answer that message, reach out to reconnect. Megaphone. Now, my child, if this message has been for you, and you know deep inside that your miracle is near, don't scroll in silence. Comment below, "I receive it, Lord. I am ready. It is done." Folded hand sparkles. And subscribe. Yes, subscribe, because more messages are on the way. And I don't want you to miss what heaven will reveal next. Tonight, sleep differently. Don't fall asleep in worry. Fall asleep in wonder. Wonder what I'm orchestrating. Wonder who is about to show up. Wonder how beautiful this next chapter will feel when it begins. Because it is beginning now. Yes, now. You've waited long enough, and heaven has heard your name. Stay ready, child, because your miracle is already on its way. Love letter, dove. Yes, child, let's keep walking this path together. You've made it this far because your soul needed to hear every single word, and there is still more waiting for you. This isn't just a message, this is a divine encounter, a moment set apart, a holy space in time, and heaven is not done speaking to you yet. The miracle may be on its way, but what's even greater is this. You are transforming into the person who can carry it with grace, with peace, with power. I want you to hear me now as if I'm sitting right next to you, my voice wrapped in light, my presence wrapped around your shoulders like a soft protective warmth, because I am closer than your next breath. And my words are not for your mind alone. They are for the deepest part of your spirit, the part that's been quietly crying out, "God, I just need one more sign, just one more confirmation that you see me." And this is that sign. Child, the enemy tried so many times to convince you that you were forgotten, that your prayers were pointless, that your pain didn't matter. But I want you to hear this now with the fire of heaven. The devil is a liar. Every delay that made you feel unworthy, I'm redeeming it. Every no that broke your heart, I'm rewriting it. Every lonely night you spent wondering if you were the only one fighting, I was there, holding you, covering you, carrying you when you were too weak to walk. Archangel Michael has not left your side, and he never will. He is standing at the gate of your next breakthrough, sword drawn, wings wide, shielding you from every force that tried to block this moment. Do you feel that stirring inside your chest right now? That's not anxiety. That's activation. Something is unlocking. Something is shifting. Something is shifting in your life. Even if you cannot see it yet, what has felt like delay has actually been shaping you, strengthening what would have otherwise broken under pressure. Every quiet moment of waiting, every unanswered prayer, every night you went to sleep carrying more questions than comfort, none of it was wasted. You were being formed in ways that success alone could never teach you. And now there is a turning point approaching, subtle at first, then unmistakable. The things you once struggled to hold together will begin to align with surprising ease. Where there was confusion, clarity will start to settle in. Where there was heartbreak, a steady kind of peace will take root again. You will notice doors opening that no amount of force could have unlocked before. Not because you finally earned them, but because you are finally ready for them. Even your endurance, the way you kept going when nothing made sense, has become part of your strength. People around you will begin to notice the change before you fully understand it yourself. And what feels like restoration will also become responsibility. because your story is meant to encourage others who are still in their own quiet battles. You are stepping into a season where things no longer require struggle to be real, and where grace carries you further than effort ever could. And what comes next will feel less like forcing outcomes and more like walking into what was always meant for you. You will recognize it not by struggle, but by an unexpected sense of rightness unfolding within you. Peace arrives,